All right, good morning, everybody. I'd like to answer comments, but for some reason, I can't get into the 4G is not coming up on my phone. But I did have this on my phone from Sam Rosenstock. Do you work on Chol hamoed? How do Torah Jews survive financially with refraining from work, from lots of work on Chol hamoed? So I'll tell you what I personally do. My approach is I only do work that is, I try to restrict as much as possible my work to things that are Meleches HaKodesh, to work as a Klei Kodesh, work as a rabbi. So that includes, within the realm of my chaplaincy work, my Jewish services. So I work full-time as a chaplain who serves all religions, but on Chol hamoed, I try to only go to work to perform once a week a Jewish service. I could actually go in every day and do something along the lines of a Jewish service, but that is actually taken care of by other chaplains, that whatever inmates who identify as Jewish could have access to Lulav and Esrog. And then, one of the days, I'll go in and daven and say Hallel with the guys or whatever in the prison, and they have Lulav and Esrog there. And other than that, when I'm not there, they just bench Lulav and then they're on their way. So that's basically what I do. I have, thank God, a lot of vacation days, and I think it's most appropriate to use my vacation days for Chol hamoed. Then usually I also work on civil holidays, and that kind of covers Yontiv, although this year many of the Yom Tovim, Rosh Hashanah, first 2 and last 2 days, Sukkot, or Shabbos and Sunday, so I didn't have to worry about that. That is the first part. And the same thing in my other job, where also there I'm only a Jewish chaplain. We did have a question about being asked to do something that is somewhat Jewish, and it's a question whether or not I actually asked a shaila, waiting to hear back from the posek, one of the poskim who I asked about this. That is the first part of the question. Now, al pi halacha, you should, if you have vacation days, you have enough vacation days, you should schedule those vacation days for Chol hamoed as much as possible. That should be your first priority if you have a job that has vacation days. Now, if you don't have a job that has vacation days, here's the question: what do you do? Now, if it's according to the halacha, if you're going to lose your job, if you don't go to work, you go to work. And you are allowed to be paid for that work. However, the Satmar Rav was of the opinion that you should not get paid for the work. That was what he recommended to his kahila, that you show up and you work, but not even that you take the money and give it to tzedakah, because that's a benefit to you, but rather you just work and don't get paid on Chol hamoed. But again, it depends on kind of the question: are you an essential worker or are you a Klei Kodesh? If you're running a grocery store and people need food for Chol hamoed, meaning it's something that's L'tzarech hamoed, so then you're allowed to work on Chol hamoed and you're allowed to be paid for that work. So again, if it depends on what kind of work you're doing. Anything that's, things that are entertainment for Chol hamoed are considered L'tzarech hamoed, and they're allowed to be paid for that. So there are various things. So it just depends on what kind of work you're doing. But then the question: how do you survive? Again, if it's a question of you're absolutely destitute if you don't work on Chol hamoed, that also could be considered L'tzarech hamoed. But that you have to ask a posek, and be intellectually honest about that. What is actually L'tzarech hamoed and what is not L'tzarech hamoed? What is necessary for the holiday and what is not? All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later.